Hello, good morning. Because it's the winter, it's time for me to completely shave my head. I don't like, because I wear a hat, I don't like getting hat hair, so it all comes off. Fucking hell, it's short though, isn't it? I'll turn the camera off before I do my undercarriage. I'm not getting the kind of amps I used to because it's the winter, isn't it? So for ages I've been using this. It's a Bluetti AC50S. They reached out to me ages ago and asked me if I'd want one in exchange for a video, which I said I wouldn't do. My compromise was that they send me it for free, and then after a number of months I give my honest feedback about it, but it is good. So for 4 months or 3 months I've been using this. It's been in my van every day since then. Tell you what, if these things were affordable back when I built this van, I don't think I would have bothered with the charge controller and the lead acid batteries or any of that stuff, because that's been really useful. So much so I'm going to make a permanent socket down here so that it charges while I'm driving. I'll keep the solar and the leisure batteries and things, I'll keep as my main source of power for the lights and the fridge when the weather improves. The fridge, for now, the sun's not strong enough. I need to clean my panels. I'll probably do that this weekend as well. But that Bluetti, I have it plugged in the cab while I'm driving, and my day-to-day driving keeps it topped up. So my laptops, I've got two laptops, a tablet, a whole bunch of different cameras and charging up batteries and stuff. I've got a liquidizer. I've got my clippers, and I've got a little plug-in stove thing, electric stove thing. I haven't tried that with it. I wonder, it runs off 12 volts as well. I haven't even got that out of the box, so I'll try all that while I've got the luxury of a field and being able to have the door open. But I am going to put in an extra socket down here, so I can have that Bluetti plugged in permanently. I'll put some kind of bungee type securing system so it doesn't rattle around in the back. I tried having it in the cab and then just running extension leads, USB extension leads through into the back, but there was always danger that I'm going to kick the front of it and bust those sockets, so I haven't done that. Plan is to use my old voltage sensitive relay to run a dedicated line through to a 12 volt socket, and then plug the Max Oak Bluetti thing into that. As the daylight starts to fade, I think I've got the cab done. I've got a fused positive going into the relay, a fused positive coming out of the relay. The cable runs underneath the carpet into behind the bulkhead. Both the negatives are connected there as well. I've just got to crimp on a 12 volt socket and then we're good to go, I think. So it's in, charges, nicely finished socket there. It clears the bed when the bed pulls out. I won't be able to charge if the bed's pulled out, but I don't drive with the bed pulled out. Nearly everyone else is still asleep. I think they had a few beers last night, or they busted out the alcohol. I'm just starting the day with charging up my devices. I've been doing some editing of this video. I'm just charging up my tablet, laptop. The thing I don't like about this is there's not enough power delivery. The USB sockets are only 3 amps, which is kind of weak. So I find myself using an extra plug-in one. So, I mean, it's fine, but it is a downside of this model. So my job today is going to be taking out the front seat and putting a diesel heater under there. I brought one with me, it's still in its packaging. The old 5 kilowatt one, in addition to being noisy, was too big to fit under the driver's seat. I had a go at doing that at Willow Fields a few months back. I'll insert some photos here. Now what I found was that the heater was too big to fit with the available space to go through the floor. It would put the heater in a position that was fouling the framework of the seat. Because the 5 kilowatt used to be in the back of the van, underneath the bed. And when I've moved the bed to the front, I didn't want the heater where it was there. So under the front seat, I've got instructions for it of where it go in. It's I've got installation instructions for the Airtronic D2, which this particular heater is a clone of. It's a complete rip-off of that design, so it should fit in there quite nicely. I have to avoid a loom that runs underneath the mat, so when you lift up the mat, you've got to be really careful that you don't nick any of the cables there. You'll be in real trouble. And then, of course, when it's under, maybe I just do the holes and the mounting here, and I'll work out the electrics for it tomorrow at my leisure. But I do need to get that seat out. And when I took the seat out last time, I neglected to plug in the cable for the seatbelt tensioner, so my airbag light is on. So I'm going to do that. The general advice is, when you're messing around with airbags and pre-tensioners and all of that malarkey, disconnect your battery. So I will do that first after I've had another coffee. You can tell I'm tired. I was supposed to put the refill into my empty jar, but instead I poured the entire packet into my mug. What a fucking dick. I'm not going to add water to that. I'll have to rinse that out. Fucking hell, that'll be really strong. I've transferred it back into the jar. Hopefully that won't spoil the coffee. It probably will. I had a little bit of hot chocolate to it, so that's now mixed in with the coffee, so my coffee will be permanently tainted with hot chocolate. It's 10:40 and most people are still in their vans. So, and anyway, I'm going to get cracking because I don't have a lot of daylight to get all this sorted. The handbrake has got to come off. It's held on by 3 Torx bolts onto the frame of the seat. I can't even tell you what size that is because it's rusted off. Might not even be metric. I don't know. Because you've got to get in there. I've got a spanner on that just to loosen it, and then it should come off with just fingers after that. It's a little bit fiddly, and I just got to get around this. Yeah, they come out easy enough with your fingers afterwards. Yeah. Ah. There we are. So that will stay in the van. The seat will come out. Just those 2 bolts at the front of the seat, and you undo those, and the seat slides right out. Easy enough. I'm guessing that will never go back in again. Oh, look at all the shit under this seat. Oh, that's a long one. Okay. Oh. Evidence of my lifestyle. Eating Magnum lollies in the cab of my van. Dirty bastard. These are all replacement screws. The old ones rusted up a long time ago. A bit of a pain in the backside to get them out as well. That's the wrong size though. Over the years working on this van, I've gone from complete disaster to barely competent. So I'm getting more confident at working with the wires and the electrics and stuff. But don't consider this as a how-to. Consult with experts maybe, because I'm not one. Ta-da! There's the loom that you've got to be careful with. And if you cut through that, your life is going to be an unhappy one. I roughly marked up where the heater was going to go, and discovered quite quickly that it wasn't going to fit the old heater. I mean, so I'm hopeful that the new one will be better. I've got to clean up this shitty mess anyway. I don't plan to use that because I'm going to go into the tank, I think. Sender unit is just between the seats on this van. What's that? What's that tiny little thing? Oh, that's a really tiny little plate. That doesn't really make any difference. The 5K one is a much bigger affair. I was kind of counting on that. Oh, look. And here it is. Is that small? Is that actually smaller than the one I've got? I'll measure this before I put it in, because that looks the same fucking size as the one I've already got. Those motherfuckers, what have they done? It should be 115. That is not. I'm pretty sure that that's the wrong size, you motherfuckers. It's advertised as 11.5 centimeters wide, and this is the 5 kilowatt size, because it's 140-ish. Yeah, 135 millimeters. Yeah, it's the wrong size. It's not going to fit. It's the same size as the one I took out, the one that I've gotten rid of. Bollocks. I'm not gonna fuck with the frame of the seat. I'd rather die of hypothermia than have my seat fold out underneath me in a car wreck. Anyway, there's not enough space. You've got the bolts at the back there, and that indicates where the framework of the seat is. So even if I raised it up, the heater would be so far back that there's not enough room for the ducting. You've got the chassis here. You've got that loom there. There's only a small amount of space where you can drop the pipes through for the diesel heater. So it can only go there, can't go any further forward. So it doesn't fit. I bought this on Amazon, but the seller is not Amazon. It doesn't come from the Amazon warehouse. It came from Shenzhen. So I don't think they're going to pay for this to be returned. But the product is advertised as being 11.5 centimeters wide, and this is 14.5. This is the 5 kilowatt size. And I bought one that's supposed to be the 2 kilowatt size. The old 2 kilowatt sizes, which are rare as. So anyway, so there's the end of that. I've taken the opportunity to just tidy up the cables there. Put the seat back in now. I'll lift it in over the bolts. So while I'm driving, I've got a bungee here, keep that in place. If you're wondering how I'm going to keep myself warm without a diesel heater, it'll be the same way I've been keeping myself warm up till now, which is a couple of quilts, and I got that for my birthday. So I've had that for about a month or so. So if it gets really cold, just get into bed. I've got that underneath my bottom sheet. On top of the mattress. I run that for a little while. Like I say, 2 quilts plugged into there, and it's brilliant. I never use the diesel heater overnight anyway. It's too noisy and too hot as well, and I didn't trust it not to kill me in the night. So it's only going to be some sort of heating for the evening. Even if I get a little electric blower and then top up this at work or something, and it's only 5 degrees. I can handle 5 degrees. Just those cold nights. Yeah, I'll figure it out. I think I've disturbed a cable for the solar because I'm not getting any input from the panel at all. Power coming out, no power going in. I think I've disturbed the cable when I've been pulling all of this apart. So, so yeah, this is coming off. Figure it out. I've got a breaker behind here anyway, so it might be that I've just pushed that accidentally and popped the breaker. We'll see. Ah, there we go. We've got 20 volts coming in now.
Wow.
Still 0 amps.
Oh, that's not good.
It's not good.
You got 1 amp coming
2.2 amps. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. It was the yeah. It was the I've got a breaker here, and it's kind of tight here, and it lines up with the button to trip it, or to the reset button, or the test button. Yeah. Yeah. If you hear a loud bang, or I don't make any noise for a few hours, come and check. Yeah. Or if I've got the ladder up and you hear a thump, and then I bet they're grubby. Can you see the sun I'm getting? Oh no, look at the state of them. They're covered in shit. I'm surprised I was getting anything off of this. Revolting. Oh, there's a big crusty one there. Look at at the water. Dirty water. Can you see all this shit? They're setting up home on me as I'm just walking around. With vinegar for a streak-free shine. That smells nice. Actually smells like vinegar. Done. I don't know if you can see that, but I think my panel is broken. These cracks. Yeah, I think they are. The glass isn't broken, but the cells underneath look like they've all got little cracks in, or it's either that or they're peeling away from the glass. I can't really tell without taking this all apart, which I'm not going to. But I am due a new panel. During the summer, I'm fully charged at 8 o'clock in the morning, but in the winter, which is when I really need that electricity, I'm just not getting the amps. I'll see if cleaning it will make a difference. But I figure it's time to get a new one. Extra half an amp. It's better though, isn't it?